Generally, people have a right to make their own medical decisions. This includes refusing unwanted treatment, even if it may be life-saving. In Commonwealth versus Carlson, we'll explore whether a person's choice to refuse potentially life-saving treatment following a car accident absolved the defendant from criminal responsibility for her death. Due to her chronic pulmonary disease, Carol Suprenant had difficulty breathing to the point that she required an oxygen tank while at home. One day, Carol was a passenger in her husband's car when the car she was riding in was struck on her side of the car by Sandra Carlson's vehicle after Carlson didn't stop at a stop sign. Carol sustained multiple chest wall fractures as a result of the accident and could no longer breathe properly. Carol was intubated and placed on a ventilator. Carol was extubated at her request, but reluctantly agreed to be reintubated a few days later when her breathing declined. When Carol's kidneys began to fail the next morning, she requested the ventilator be removed again. Doctors explained to Carol that if she remained on the ventilator, likely for a temporary period, her injuries were most likely survivable. Carol was still adamant that she didn't want to be intubated, so doctors removed Carol from ventilation. She died a few hours later from respiratory failure. As a result, Carlson was charged with motor vehicle homicide by negligent operation in the East Brookfield District Court. At trial, a doctor testified that if the accident hadn't occurred, Carol likely never would have needed a ventilator, despite her prior breathing condition. Carlson was convicted of all charges by a jury. Carlson appealed to the Massachusetts Appeals Court, arguing that the car accident didn't cause Carol's death. The Massachusetts Supreme Judicial Court transferred the case to itself on its own initiative.